others are able to achieve things that seem to defy all of the assumptions. For example, why is Apple so innovative? Year after year after year after year, they're more innovative than all their competition. And yet, they're just a computer company.
Since 1993, I've been in the housing industry. I love it. But one of the things that always got me while I was in manufacturing homes was just the whole stigma that comes with it. The way people react to it, when they would come and see us. One of the things that really bothered me was how we were looked down on, like we were less than, you know, and I'm sure you probably experienced it every so often, depending on who's been in front of you. But that was one of the things that really got me, but I understood why. Because the sales teams, at least on the retail side, okay, they really didn't help themselves. We didn't have a truly professional way of handling customers. I talk about it all the time right now with articles I put out when I go to all these trade shows. Next week I'll be in Louisville for the Louisville show, and I'm part of a panel there, and that's going to be my main thing is we need to raise our own expectations. The way we treat the way we handle ourselves, the way we treat customers, the way we treat the whole experience, the whole buying experience. So with that, invest my time in you. You mentioned sometimes the biggest investment people make in their life, right? And then we want to make it a sale. It's not a sale. It's an emotional decision. And emotion, as he said, is driven by this and not by that. So as we go along today, that's what we're going to work on, is figuring out why are we here and how can we relay that to the customer, okay? So I'll give you an example of how is your customer. Not everybody is your customer, but we do have control over our own attitude at the office, right? And being a leader the whole time. So what it comes down to is respecting what we do. And I don't think there's an issue here with anyone not respecting what we do, how we do it, the product, or anything of that nature, right? But I love to, I operate from the Japanese principle of Kaizen, which is continuous learning, right? Because we've got to continue to get better. We can always get better. We can always improve. And the more we improve, the better we're going to be with our buyers, the more information we're going to be able to give them, learning about the financing, learning about construction, learning about all these different nuances of the industry will help you, right? And obviously the next question that I have for you is, how do you prefer to be managed? And that's why, like I told you yesterday, when we get to that point of asking for the business, it doesn't make sense to me that you tell me no, because I've solved all these things. So Monty, you're willing to go back to that unsafe space? We've got the solution right here for you. It's ready for you to move in. Why would we not move forward? And now the real objections come out. And now I can tackle those. But without knowing this, and if I just tried to sell you on something and you were out there and I'm like, hey, well, what do you think? Oh, okay, well, I'll think about it. But if I didn't know this, I can't go back to that. That's why it's so important to know what's going on. I'll be right back to get you the details on it so I can answer all your questions, okay? So if you'll give me 1 minute, this number you're calling me from, and I'll repeat the number. Is this a good number to call you back at?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. I'm going to grab a file. I'll call you back and get you the details that you're looking for. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Whoa, that was awesome.
So that when I call back, right, ring, ring, you answer.
You're in control.
Hey, Monty, this is Caesar over at Mount Hood. Hey, listen, by the way, before we talk about that home, what has you looking for a house? Right? And that's every time. First question.
What was the question?
What has you looking for a home? Okay, this is on page 31. Okay.
Because it does always come down to that. I could care less what the initial dollar amount is. I care about what is in my budget to be able to do on a monthly basis.
That's right.
Like,
The other thing you have to keep in mind is this, when we're talking about cars, okay? Why is it okay, or why do some people make it okay for themselves to pay $1,500, $1,600 or more per month for their car, but they won't invest that in their house?
That sounds like my property all the time.
Why do you think that is? Retailers sell homes. Okay, I don't know what retailers out in this area, Clayton, you know, that sell manufactured homes. They sell homes. That's permanent residence. The majority of them buying permanent residence, and on a piece of property that they're okay. It's a home that they're buying. Communities sell lifestyle. They're buying the home, but they're buying a lifestyle. The home is just giving them the lifestyle they want. 24/7, right? Because if I don't buy a place here, and I'm buying a home somewhere else because it just makes sense for me to buy, I still have to travel to go to the river. I still gotta go, if I want a fitness club, now I gotta go get my membership over here. And if I'm gonna have a party in one community center, I gotta go rent that. But here I have everything. Trying to get the clothes right. Other than price premium, what would keep you from buying the home today? Well, we really want to think about it. Okay? I completely understand you would want to think about it. It's a big decision, right? If you're anything like me, when I make big decisions, I like to take my time and think about it. So I repeated it. I acknowledged and I repeated it. Now let me ask you a question, though, Carson. Other than wanting to think about it, is there anything else keeping you from buying the home today? Now I'm isolating this objection. Is that it? Or is it something else? Because most of the time what they tell you is not the real reason. It's not the real thing. It's always the standard, I'm gonna go think about it, and I go talk to my husband, my partner, my wife, whatever. Everyone, so we are in the last day of Empowering Community Managers training that we're doing out here at Oregon for this group from ELS. Today we're doing our on-site training. We're doing feature benefit training, walking through these great RV park models that they've got here and just helping them be able to build that value even more once they're on site. So we'll see how this goes right now. You guys can check it out, and if there's anything we can do to help you and your teams, reach out to us at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. Here to help your teams operate at a whole more effective level by not just selling, but truly creating value and being the professionals. Check it out. We're walking through. Hey folks, so I want to let you know, because a lot of times my buyers are concerned, hey, what is going to happen with my home? I'm going to buy it. Am I going to lose money? Right? That's a big concern. Am I going to lose money in my investment? How am I going to be able to buy it? Because I don't have all the money. The great thing about all of our homes is this. Each one of our homes is built to the RV code. And I'm going to show you as we walk in what I mean by that, okay? So the benefit to you in that is that everyone that's out here, you can choose to get it financed if you want. You can have insurance on it to protect your investment. And if you choose to resell it in the future, because some of our residents do, the buyer, it makes it easier for you to get your money back because those buyers can get financing. So would it make sense to you to make it easier for yourself and any prospects in the future to be able to purchase the home? So that you can get your,
I'd want to make sure I was
right?
protecting my.
I love it, it's great, or it's not really my style. If they tell you, I hate it, I like it, let's go to the next.
Let's move on.
Okay. But she goes, she looks perfect. Like you said, I stay out here, we'll let them walk there, right? And so we wait, and when she comes out. So Misty, let me ask you a quick question. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put this house?
It's really hard for me to say right now because I would be downsizing quite a bit, so I'm trying to picture what that would look like. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would put this house at, I feel pretty neutral right now, 5.
A 5, okay. Okay, and I want to let you know that on these, every one of them is reinforced, okay? And what that does, it won't feel bouncy when you're in there for one, which is very great, but it also is going to save you money. Because unfortunately, other builders that build them without them being reinforced, they're doing that to save themselves money, okay? Where we want to make sure we're saving you money. What happens is after a while around that drain, you don't see it, but it forms microfiber cracks. And that water starts to drip, and you don't feel it until you walk out one day and it's soft in here. And just like you mentioned in there, you'd have to do it in here. That's also going to save you time. It's going to save you money. All of that ahead of time. So you'll be able to enjoy your home, not just the view, but actually living in this house, okay? Would you prefer a house that didn't have that to save a couple $100s?
No.
Of course not, right? It doesn't make
I
sense.
want a good solid floor.
Yeah, for sure. And get you out of your own way to make the decision you wanted to make in the first place. And as long as I do it right, and as long as I back up what I say I'm going to do, every time you're here, you're going to love the fact that you did it. So why wouldn't I enjoy getting paid for it? You win, I win. That's all you got to think about. You win, they win. Now I just got to learn my skills that I need to be able to talk better, feature benefit better, build that value, build the connections, all those things that we talked about that you guys said the way you're on the phone. That took me practice. And not just practice doing it there, practice on my own. I would sit in my living room and practice, in front of the mirror and practice, because I wanted to learn it, because I knew what I could do with it. So that's why I tell you, don't think of the community manager still. You got to handle it. Think about what you can do for yourself. Be selfish, and then learn the skills you need to learn beyond what we've gone over, so that you can do it to the best of your ability and keep getting better, keep getting better, keep getting better.
Monty, what do you charge for a deposit?
2,000.
Misty?
It's never been in stone. That's what it was sold by Jason.
Okay.
Adams
Oh.
in here.
You're welcome. Ani?
Thank you, sir.
Is it Carlson?
Kalsa.
Kalsa.
Yeah, like salsa.
Thank you.
And I have
Put this on my desk.
Brenda,
So everybody can see how accomplished I am.
Renee. There you go.
Thank you.
With
I'm gonna
pictures of
leave these off the
everything
side with the
you
books for them.
Thank you so much. As you're looking to figure out your plan, this will stay with you, and what Cesar is providing now for us, myself included, is an extension of everything that we learned over the last couple of days, because he can. It's included. So now we have a weekly space that we can go to and connect, and he's given us all sorts of platforms that we can connect on. I can't express to you the value in that. And you have all told me that you want to grow, whether it's in your careers or with the company or in your personal life. This is
All right, everyone. So there you have it. Episode 25, Mavericks of Change vlog. We're closing it out right now from out here, just outside Portland, Oregon. We're actually in Mountain Hood, Oregon, and you can see the beautiful mountains behind us. It's one of the great things about traveling all over the country. We get to see some fantastic sights all across God's green earth here in the U.S. So, man, fantastic times. It's cold. I'm not used to the cold, and that's why we're heading back to Texas. But then we get into more cold because we're heading to Louisville next week, and it's supposed to be like 9 degrees or whatever, man. I don't know. But anyway, you guys share the show. We appreciate you being a part of it. Build the network with us. Let's all get better. Mavericks of Change vlog. That includes you. Share the show. Subscribe. We'll see you next week from Louisville.